Hey everyone, good good I was say good morning. Oh my god. It's raining. It's been raining all day and I'm just not awake today. How is everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? The Eagles won. Yay. Totally not expecting it. Anyway, how are you guys? If you are popping on, definitely put in the chat whatever unemployment questions that you have. So, in the event that you haven't had a chance to watch my video from earlier this morning, so we all know about the $908 billion package. So what happened late last night, they decided, the bipartisan group decided to split that package in, not immediately in half, but like split it in two bills. So one is 748 billion, which is the one that we really care about because that's the one that does include the 4-month extension of PUA as well as PEUC. And on top of that, it also includes an extra $300 a week. So let me just be clear, just to make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. They did not pass this yet. In fact, they haven't even put it on the floor to even vote on. So, but I'm hoping that because it's a bipartisan bill, so meaning there were 25 Democrats, 25 Republicans. Oh my God, I need to just go to bed. Put this package together, which is great. I mean, it really is, because then the hopes would be that it would pass, right? Because if you have 25 from each party, chances, would be good. But then I started thinking about it. And if you have any more than 5 people in a meeting, throwing ideas around, can you imagine how stressful that would be? Like, how do you possibly get anything done with 50 people in the room? Anyway, just random thought. So Marcos wants to know, are we getting the extension and $300 weekly? Well, it hasn't, like I said, it hasn't been voted on. So we will wait to see. It's supposed to start January 1st. So the goal is for it not to interrupt you receiving benefits. Although if you exhausted your benefits a couple months ago, I guess they didn't think of that maybe people already exhausted their benefits. But because PEUC and PUA are set to expire at the end of the month, the goal is for it to pick up where it kind of leaves off. But like I said, unfortunately, for those that have already exhausted their benefits, we got nothing, which really is a shame. Yeah, Lewis. No, you're totally right. It hasn't been passed yet. Hi, Mike. How are you? Brandon, how are you? Thanks for being here. Lewis, I do think, just from what I've been reading, they don't have a choice. Like, people are seriously suffering and hurting. I mean, you guys know, right? Like, they have to. Like, if they had any human decency in them, they have to pass it. And simply because they, like I said, there's 25 people from each party coming together and voting on this package, or at least creating this package. So that right there, you would think, although anything can happen. But as you may or may not have heard, President Biden has officially, he's the president. The electoral votes are officially in. And I think Nancy is more in the position of, well, she said this, that she would rather just get something now because people need help now, and then we'll get a bigger package later on. Michael says, I heard we won't even get any money for months after it passes. Is it true because of the new system? Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely take a couple weeks, which is very unfortunate, which is something that I've been saying for a couple weeks, which would almost justify a stimulus check now. Because if they justified a check now, then at least people can get some kind of money in. Now, $1,200, is that going to pay rent? No. But at least it's something. So you're right. It's going to take a couple weeks for the states to implement the new changes. Now, because it's just an extension of a program as opposed to a brand new program that they have to build and code from scratch, it's definitely not going to be as tedious as it was back in March. So probably a couple weeks, depending on your state, of course. I know Pennsylvania they're ready to rock and roll, supposedly, from what they've said. Hi, Ronald. How are you? Thank you for being here. Mike says, wow, there's so many people on here. Mike, I know. Sorry. I will read this without laughing. It's more of like embarrassment, I think. Wow, so many people on here. I remember when there was only 5 on here. I know. Isn't this amazing? Like, I'm just glad that the word's getting out. And if I could help you guys in any sort of way, that's why I'm here. Oh, and by the way, I go live Monday through Friday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tin Man, you know what? I haven't heard anything about Governor Wolf giving us a check. I did Google it a couple times on various days. I haven't heard anything, but I could totally be wrong. Benjamin, my sister, because they forget who they are working for. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're saying, but I'm sure it's probably respecting your sister. Hopefully, that's what it means. Latoya, hey, how are you? Thanks for the heart. Underground Society Garage. I love these names. Hey, Kim. So for those who had exhausted PUA, will they pick up in January? Or is it over? Yeah, it definitely, from what the language says, now obviously everything's subject to change. I'm not a professional, obviously major disclaimer, but from everything I've been reading, and actually I got a copy of the bill from Washington Times. I don't know if that's from the Washington Post. But actually I'm reading on my monitor. But yeah, that's the goal. So if you exhausted PUA, it should pick up from what we're reading January 1st and then end April, the end of April. Now, I read a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week or two ago, that President Biden, if it was up to him, he would make unemployment last for the entire year of 2021. I don't know if that's still the case, but because anything can happen. Yeah, I mean, they have to pass it. It's just, they have to. Bub 86, hey. Breezy 007, thanks for being here. Darnell, is Christmas canceled? You know what? I hope not. As long as you're with the people that you love, which hopefully you can be with at least a couple. If not, there's Zoom. And I know for Thanksgiving, they waive the 45-minute time limit on Thanksgiving. Zoom did. So you can hang out with your family a little bit longer instead of having to pay for Zoom. But yeah, hopefully you get to at least spend time with your family and the people that matter most to you. Brandon says, I would honestly be happy with the extension, even if they don't add the $300 boost, even though it would be icing on the cake. It would be better than nothing. Without a doubt, Brandon, I totally feel the same way. For what I've been reading, a lot of people in the comments on my videos or even sometimes here, they make like $100 a week unemployment. Like there was a bartender last week, I think it was, goes from making several $100s a night to $100 a week in unemployment. Like, how does that possibly? So yeah, you're right. I mean, obviously I and I'm sure we'd all prefer the extra $600 that they had back in July. But yeah, $300 is cool. But you're right. I mean, obviously something's better than nothing. And we can use, hopefully, some of us, well, maybe not me, but hopefully there are people out there that can use the extra $300 to pay previous expenses. So if anything else, just for that reason alone is justification of why we need that extra $300, because there are people that ran out of benefits like 8 weeks ago. Yeah, Michael, I know. You exhausted your PUA, and yeah, they have to put money, or they have to extend it. Denise, how are you from Toledo, Ohio? Oh shoot. Sorry, sometimes I scroll on the chat and I lose where I am. Keenan? Kate? Kanen? Sorry. I'm horrible with names. I'm in upstate New York. You're about to exhaust your unemployment. Should I reapply? Is it your regular unemployment? Because if you're on regular unemployment in New York, what's going to happen is you should automatically roll over into the program of PEUC. Now, you may or may not know, but unfortunately, PEUC does end at the end of the month. And as it stands now, New York does pay 20 weeks of extended benefits. So what that means is, even though PEUC technically runs out at the end of the month, luckily, extended benefits in New York will kick in. So you should be good to go for a while. However, if they do decide the PEUC program, like if Congress passes this bill that we've been talking about, then my hope, however it benefits you, for me personally, those that were on PEUC would then go back onto PEUC. But obviously, we won't know anything until we actually see the language in the bill. Breeze007, you mean you exhausted all your unemployment? If so, I feel you. I think we're supposed to be on PUA now, but my payment's so messed up. But yeah, if you're out of unemployment, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Helen says, love that you do this live, so authentic and humble. Thank you so much, Helen. I do appreciate it. And like I said, hopefully I'm helping someone out there. And I'm sure with this new bill, there will be some crazy language that we don't understand, because trust me, when we filed for unemployment back in March or February or whatever it was, I guess March, I had no clue what program we were supposed to apply for. So I'm glad that, and thanks for being here. If nothing else, well, my dog's not in here tonight. She's hanging out in the family room. But if nothing else, you get to see my dog every once in a while. But no, seriously, thank you for your comment. I do appreciate them. Stephen Hill, hey, how are you? I need a drink. This is water, now alcohol. All right. Philip says, what if PUA ends 12/26 and the balance runs out? Are they going to extend it? So yeah, that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting for the bill to pass to see what they say. So what we're reading now is, yeah, they're going to extend PUA if they pass the bill, of course. Underground Society, you are welcome. Glad to help. So I'm in Massachusetts. This is from Nathan. When is the stimulus going to be when is the stimulus going to be passed? Today? Well, they created the two bills last night. They were supposed to present more details today, which they're out there. I haven't physically Googled them, but I went to a channel, Meet Kevin, and he had like copies of Sorry, I'm looking at my other monitor here because I don't know why, because it's really not telling me anything. But he had copies of what he had of the bill, which is pretty much what was already contained in the $908 billion package. It's just split into two bills. So yeah, hopefully it'll pass in the next day or two, because we gotta get this going so then our systems could then be updated. Is PEUC going to be extended from Tin Man? That's what we're hoping, and that's what the bill says, that it would be extended from January 1st to April 30th. So I'm hoping that includes. I'm hoping that they do like an overall blanket, like those that were on PEUC for the year 2020 can go on it again, and those that were on PUA in 2020 can go on it again. Hopefully they don't make it complicated. I'm sure they will, which is hopefully what I can help out with, if it comes to that, to help translating that stuff. Stephen says, thanks for the info. You are welcome. You're the real Darnell. You're funny. I'm hoping we get it, Bub 86. Me too. We are all patiently waiting. I'm in North Carolina and I lost my place. Okay. You're on PEUC in North Carolina. This is from Chris. My unemployment homepage still states that there are pending payments since July. Why can't I get that money? So North Carolina, you're on PEUC. That's interesting. I know for me personally, when I switched on to, I forget it was PEUC or extended benefits, one of them. They review your claim every 3 months, and sometimes when they are in the process of reviewing your claim again, they don't pay you even though you're filing. So what you want to do is, as soon as you can, contact the support. For me, what happened was I contacted support, and it took up a couple minutes to review the claim, and they released the funds, and I got the money a couple of weeks later, or a couple of days later. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So yeah, if you have anything pending, you definitely want to contact them and see what's going on, because obviously, sorry, I'm getting hot. Pennsylvania could be different in North Carolina, just with their different nuances and stuff like that. So best thing to do is get contact support. Pam Arthur, love your site. Thank you. I appreciate it. Philip says, in Florida, we get $125 a week. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys definitely deserve, we all deserve the extra $300 a week, but I mean, $125, that's ridiculous. Darnell says it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks to get that money. Yeah, probably. If a state is prepared for it. So like, I know that obviously all the states have these antiquated systems. So what about the states that aren't even prepared for it? They're those states that are more back in the times than, oh gosh. Yeah, hopefully it's just 2 to 3 weeks and we're good to go. That's why if they pass this, then at least maybe the people can start getting paid at the beginning of January. Timothy says, hey, it's the awesome girl from PA. Thank you. With the sunglasses emoji. Thanks, Timothy. I do appreciate it. Darnell says, I'm voting for demos. Mitch McConnell Ninja Turtle would be out. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope so, right? Jose says, I was a barback walking out with over $1,200 after taxes. See, Jose, you... Yeah. So Jose says, I'm assuming that you're reading this, but you're probably not. So I will say it because that's what a good hostess would do. But Jose, when he bar backs, he makes over $1,200 after taxes. Now he's getting $159 a week. So how do you even justify it? Not you, Jose, but like, how do the states even justify that? Like, you know what? This guy probably because of tips, right? I guess that's probably those tips, I guess, get you. But still, it's like, how do you justify making over $1,000 a week to getting 159 in unemployment is beyond me. Timothy says, don't worry, help is coming this week, finally, and thank God above. Absolutely. Yeah, they have to. It definitely will. Otherwise, it's just not going to be good. Lisa says, will the new bill be retroactive? As much as I hate to say this, the way it is worded now, it will not be retroactive. I know that the Democrats, as well as President Biden, well, can I say President Biden? Whatever, Biden, did want retro. So I'm hoping that, once he gets in the office and stuff like that, number one, I want the bill to pass. And number two, who knows? Maybe he'll get in the office and be like, we need to retro these people back that were on unemployment because, with the extra weekly boost, because a lot of them ran out of benefits and a lot of people can't pay anything on $100 a week. Dave, you still haven't received your last LWA payment. That's ridiculous. And I'm assuming that's California, which I thought they would be more on the ball. Yeah, that's ridiculous. My gosh, that was 4 months ago. 3 months ago. Buster Brown. Yeah, actually, if you are collecting any type of unemployment, doesn't matter of the unemployment rate in your state, you will definitely collect the extra $300 a week. Letitia, if I almost extended my funds and they pass the $300 extension, will I get it? Yeah, no, absolutely. Everyone's going to get the extra $300 boost as long as you're collecting any sort of unemployment. Buster Brown, thank you. I appreciate it. Marcus says, Kenan. Oh, I said it right. Kenan Cooper. You are welcome. And I didn't want to miss saying you're welcome because I couldn't pronounce your name. But Kenan, I think I got it. Marcos, I can't stand those videos that sent me about being approved and all. Fake news. Yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to be kind of clear in my video today, like 2 bills proposed. Because, yeah, I know, because I it's the same way for me. I get my hopes up too, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I missing? What am I not sharing on my channel? And then I'll read, I'll watch some of those videos, and it's like, oh, okay, nothing. Okay. Adam Smith in Alabama. What's the news? Alabama. Oh. Well, you're pretty much the same as everyone else, but I did check. It doesn't look like Alabama is participating in extended benefits at this time. So those of you that are in Alabama, you run out of your PEUC. It doesn't look like that there's another program called extended benefits for you guys to jump onto, which sucks, right? Stinks. Sorry. So yeah, unfortunately, you're in the same position as everyone else, and that we're all waiting for this bill to pass, and then we'll be able to collect again. Joseph says, if you're not currently eligible for unemployment, and they pass the unemployment extension, do you still get the $300 per week? Unfortunately, no, Joseph. That's specifically for people that are paying, receiving unemployment. However, I do feel that, because I know that there are a ton of people that aren't able to collect, whether it doesn't matter their situation, it's irrelevant. They deserve something too. In a video last week, I said, too bad there's not a way for, fine, give the people on unemployment extra $300 or whatever it is, give them that extra boost, and then maybe only give the stimulus checks to people that really need it, people that don't have the ability to even collect unemployment. Now, everyone for unemployment, don't get mad at me for just saying that, but I think that everyone deserves something, because everyone's hurting out there, and it's a shame. Andrew says, I'm out of my unemployment. They just fixed my problem. Please let the people have. So you haven't been getting paid this entire time, Andrew? I'm assuming you had a problem, you got it fixed, and then you're waiting for your money. If so, I'm so sorry. It's amazing that, for as simple as, once I figured out what program we were on, it's amazing how simple it was to set up and whatever. But then the fact that, like, we didn't get paid, and it's like, wait, what? So I had to reach out to support several times to get paid. Like, even like, I'd be getting paid, everything's good to go, and then all of a sudden it would just stop. And it's like, what the heck is going on here? So yeah, it's a shame that sometimes it takes a while to get paid or get that back pay that you deserve. Jose says they should retro unemployment, otherwise no vaccine action. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know they should just retro it, period, because people have bills. But you're right. I mean, I guess if there's a way that they could, prevent, or say, yeah, I know what you're saying. I just can't get it straight in my head. Sorry. Number one, we definitely deserve retro, because it's not like our bills went away. And yeah, I mean, I guess we could definitely take that action, as far as, like, if you don't pay us, we won't take the vaccine. We should be able to do something, right? Like, just give us what we deserve. Marcos, Florida Palm Beach. Hey. Kim says we need help now, without a doubt. Do you think they will extend PUA? Yeah, I mean, that's what the bill that they're currently looking at is saying, Marcos. So as long as they pass it, which they should this week, we should be good to go. Brandon says, if they don't pass nothing, I will lose over $3,000, because that's my balance. I'm in New Jersey, by the way. Okay, so you have $300 left. Well, wait a minute. You're in New Jersey. So, Brandon, are you on PEUC? Because if you are, and they don't pass anything, then in New Jersey, you can collect up to 20 weeks in extended benefits. Now, obviously, if the unemployment rate gets to a certain, point or whatever, or actually dips down to a certain point, they could end it. But in New Jersey, you do have extended benefits that you could roll on to for 20 weeks. Well, up to 20 weeks. I should specify that. Dark says, why is Maryland not passing unemployment? I've been waiting for 28 weeks, and it says active and clear. Okay, so you filed way back when, and you haven't gotten paid. Were you on PUA, Darkson? Because I know that, unfortunately, there's been so much fraud with PUA, and I'm wondering if maybe you got stuck. Like, they need to verify your identity and all that stuff. I know people in Pennsylvania it's a nightmare for them to those that are newly on PUA, it's an absolute nightmare because they have to do this identity verification thing, which is simpler than it used to be. But your best thing to do, I wish I had an answer for you, but your best thing to do is, if you can, contact the support for unemployment for New Jersey and see what the heck's going on, because, or Maryland, I'm sorry, in Maryland, because they'll be able to really clear. Now, yeah, I mean, if you're active, so it doesn't sound like that they are having to approve you, right? Like it's not like that they're fighting you or they have to talk to your past employer or anything like that. Yeah, it's probably those quirky, stupid identity issue thing, or maybe they need more documentation. I don't know what the Maryland unemployment site is. I know in Pennsylvania for PUA specifically, you have to upload your driver's license, like all this identity information, as well as maybe like your proof of employment, as well as your earnings. So they may need more additional information from you, and they just haven't reached out because they're busy. Definitely not an excuse of why they didn't reach out, but maybe that's why. But yeah, definitely get with their support. Sorry, I am. Oh my goodness. God, just when I think I'm caught up. Sorry, guys, I will stop rambling. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm so sorry. I thought I was caught up. That's why I was taking my time. And then all of a sudden, I see all these questions. User error. In other words, it's my fault. Keith says, PUA, if I ran out this week and bill passes, do I have to reapply? It all depends on. Actually, it probably doesn't depend on the state. It might depend on the state. We're not sure yet. Those are the type, and I'm glad you asked that, because that's the type of information I'm going to do my best to find out, so you guys can know what you need to do, get it done, and start collecting right away. So unfortunately, until we know the laws, I guess, I don't have an answer, but I will definitely find that stuff out for you guys, because again, I'm sure it's going to be confusing. Jose says, I don't know why we don't get any retro. Yeah, exactly. Oh, easily. Yeah. There are a ton of people that were making a lot more money than what they're making on unemployment and the $300. But yeah, you're right. We need the metro. J01, hey, just got on here. Can you catch me up? Yeah, so I did a video earlier today, early this morning. So for those of you that are just joining, just give you a 2-minute, probably not even 2, like a minute catch up. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, no big deal. The $908 billion bill that we've been talking about for the past week, when Congress decided to, well, I shouldn't say not all of Congress, but the bipartisan Congress people that were working on the $908 billion package, what they decided to do is split that bill into two. So one is $748 billion and the other one is $160 billion. So the $748 billion one is the one that we really care about, because it talks about unemployment. And what they're looking to do in this bill is, and the reason why they split it up is because they put the stuff in the $748 billion is what they agree on. The second bill is things that they're not entirely agreeing on right now, which is, money to state, local governments, as well as what else? Oh, business liability protection. So obviously the one we want to pay attention to is $748 billion package. And that includes the same thing that includes in the other bill, and that is 4 months of PUA, as well as PEUC, as well as the $300 a week boost. Hasn't been any talk of stimulus checks in this bill. I don't know if you've heard, but Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley are pushing for $1,200 stimulus checks. However, that is a totally separate thing from the bill. I just know that there are probably some people on here that are going to ask about a stimulus. So that's pretty much it. They released more details at 4:00 today, and we're hoping that it passes. They put it on the floor, they vote, and then they pass it. Hopefully that helped. Spartacus, I'm glad you finally got your unemployment after 4 months. That's ridiculous. Marcus, thank you. You're awesome too. No, seriously, thank you. Tim, is Pennsylvania getting a state stimulus bill? I Googled it a couple times. I haven't found anything. So I'm not sure. Richmond, California. Alan, no. No, I'm married. Thank you. Jose, you are welcome. Preston, I hear you. I would love to remove both Mitch and Nancy. I think we can all agree, whether you're Democrat or Republican, let's get rid of those two, right? Philly here. Hey, Tim. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing my Eagles shirt because they won yesterday. I'm sure you're going to get it. It's okay if you don't like the Eagles. You can post it in the chat. It's totally cool. I won't hold that against you if you don't like them. George says, I heard 19 states extend their unemployment benefits without federal benefit. George, I have not heard that because that would be a lot of states. I know I was told that New York was one of them, but I couldn't find anything over the weekend when I looked. But yeah, I don't know about that. I should no, literally, like, I'm not saying that you're saying anything that's false. What I'm saying is in my brain, I'm not aware of any. Like I said, I thought I heard New York, but I tried to find the answer and I couldn't find it. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. Janet, we still have to pay taxes on unemployment. Yep, unfortunately. Are there others who receive benefits having to pay taxes on a... Yeah, and you bring up a good point because people are already in the hole. And what's going to happen tax time when they do have to pay their taxes? I'm hoping that they would, wishful thinking, obviously they would forgive taxes, but they're probably not going to do that. But no, you're right. It's not right. I don't even know why you even pay taxes on unemployment, but what do I know? Liz says $100 a week, not enough. No. Mike says 17 states. So what are you guys hearing? Because I need to do my research. So 17 states that are doing their own extension? Because I think I only heard like a couple. But yeah, like I said, I tried to Google some of the stuff this weekend and didn't have much luck finding much. Lewis says, or are you talking about maybe 17 states? Oh, maybe you're talking about 17 states that have the extended benefits? Or the way that I read his question was that they were offering their own benefits. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Thanks, Mike. You see, Mike, this is why I need you here so you can get my brain clear. Yeah, there are currently 17 states as well as Washington, D.C. that are paying extended benefits. So what that means is once you run out of PEUC or you reach the expiration date of the end of the year, you could qualify for extended benefits for either up to 13 or 20 weeks, depending on the state that you are in. Now, if you're in California, I heard that it was 20 weeks for extended benefits, and I think you guys call it Fed ED or something. That is now down to 13 weeks, so that really stinks. Yes, Tim, PUA would also get the $300 boost. Tink Gee, when we receive the $300? They need to pass this bill. that we're currently talking about, and you have to receive some sort of unemployment in order to get the $300 weekly boost. In Arkansas, they're putting their claims on hold. Why is that? I'm not sure, although in what could be happening is with PUA, there has been a lot of fraud. And I know in Pennsylvania, they kind of put PUA on hold as well for new claims. So that would be my best guess. However, I wouldn't know of any other reason than that. So that would be my guess. Timmy says, sorry, I already ran out of my extended benefits. My rent bill coming. It's been awful. Can't do anything or put food on the tables. I am so sorry, Timmy. I know it. Oh, with this new bill, sorry, you reminded me, there is $25 billion going towards rental assistance, but I think the eviction is only good until the end of January, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I know, Timmy, and that's the thing. This is why they have to pass something this week before they go on break. I mean, they have to. It's just absolutely awful. Raymond, we're not ideally, if the bill is passed, it would start the first week in January. Nevada has been horrible through this whole thing. In what way, J0? I'm just curious. I have heard what? Duh. I guess the casinos, right? Duh. God, oh man, how many people that work in those casinos that are not able to work right now is, well, maybe your casinos are open. I know ours were open, then they closed. We only have like one. Oh, hey Roy, I'm sorry. I totally missed your chat. When does the House vote on this? We're not sure. Hopefully this week. Chicago, can you help me when we receive the $300? Yeah, I will. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to get the right information on how to proceed. As far as, do we need to apply? Again, it could be, or do we need to reapply? It could be like a state by state cases. So obviously, I won't be able to know for every state, but maybe. But yeah, I will obviously do my best to see. Pennsylvania gives a lot of information, which I think is very helpful, which is one of the reasons why I started this channel, because I knew that I could trust, because they're getting information from the federal government, and they've said that repeatedly. So, and they do a great job of putting information on their website. So hopefully the information that they put on the website, I will be able to convey to you guys, and hopefully it'll apply to most states. Nikki, yeah, you'll totally get the $300 as long as you're collecting unemployment. Extended benefits for Rhode Island. Yeah, it looks like you should, and the information I'm looking at is it's recent. Oh, that's good. Yeah, 20 weeks extended benefits in Rhode Island. Does anyone know if Washington State is extending PUA? Yeah, unfortunately, until they pass a bill, then PUA will be expiring for everyone at the end of the month. Oh, okay, Timmy, you're in Texas, and they don't have any other programs. Wait, did you say you're on PU? Oh, that's right, you're out of your EB. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, I know. The best thing to do is, go to on the unemployment site for Texas, there should be links to get additional help, whether it be rent assistance or something. I know that for the counties around here. They do something for rental assistance. I mean, unfortunately, you got to freaking apply for this stuff, and then who knows how long it'll take. But and if you have to apply for SNAP benefits, utilize whatever resources that you guys have in Texas. I mean, now's the time to use them. Like, we don't want to use them, but now's the time you have to. And hopefully you'll be able to qualify for something to help out right now, because this is why they need to get their tails together and get this stuff passed. Yeah, Brandon, everyone will, as I think you're saying, everyone will get the extra $300 as long as they're collecting some sort of unemployment. And is unemployment retroactive? No, don't know why it's not. January 1st is when they are looking to pass it, or sorry, looking to start it if they pass it. My brain is working faster than anyway, doesn't matter. Are we getting the stimulus this month? You know what? My gut is, I don't know if Bernie and Josh can keep riding the train of pass a stimulus check, then hopefully. Tim, unemployment including PUA. Yeah, so in the bill, they are looking at PUA being extended for 4 months in the year 2021. Tink Gee, I don't have food from Chicago. I get unemployment, but not enough. I know. It's not enough. It's ridiculous. Bobby Joe, I'm the same way. I just want to know. I just, good, bad, indifferent. It's like, just tell me. And I think that's, for me, the not knowing is the hardest part, because you can't, how do you pay a bill? Like, there were so many weeks I wouldn't pay bills because you think you're getting unemployment. You should be getting unemployment, but all of a sudden unemployment stops because, glitches in their system, or maybe they need more information from you or whatever. So yeah, you can't plan. You can't do anything until you know. So I'm the same way. I just want to know what's going on. Kyle, no, they're not talking about unemployment being retro. The Democrats were pushing for it, but for now, they're just trying to get anything passed. Amy says, what's the deal with PEUC? Again, it's the same as, sorry, I'm kind of moving things around here. It's the same as PUA. So they're talking about a bill that would hopefully be passed this week that would extend both PUA and PEUC for 4 months. And along with that, get an extra $300 boost. And we'll keep going until about 7. And then, so let me try to get through these. Is Illinois participating in extended benefits? Let me check that for you. Illinois. And I will do a video about this because you guys need to know what's going on. Illinois, yes, 20 weeks. So after PEUC, in some states, you may have to apply. You might be automatically enrolled. And some states like California, as Mike had told me, or told everyone last week, there's like a financial qualification for California extended benefits. I know you're in Illinois, but I just wanted to tell those in Pennsylvania. I exhausted PEUC, only got 4 weeks of extended benefits due to the unemployment rate. Colorado. Oh yeah, Colorado was one of the ones that like kind of stopped it. Like all of a sudden you guys got like no notice, which is ridiculous. So if PEUC is extended, what I'm hoping for and what I'm thinking is once you were on PEUC, that hopefully you would go back on it. Again, that's just my guess. From just what I've been reading, that's what I'm comprehending. Again, some of it could be wishful thinking on my part, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if you're on PUA, right, and you exhausted your benefits, and then if they start PUA up again, Obviously, those PUA people will probably go on PUA again, right? So I would think the same would happen with PEUC. Why aren't you getting SNAP benefits if you don't have food? Amy says my PEUC. Yeah, and don't forget the SNAP benefits and anything else. Like I said, look at the county level, as well as the state level, and just see what resources are out there. Michael, I'm 58 years old, lost my apartment, and I'm homeless now in Alaska. My unemployment ran out last week. I'm cold and scared. What's going to happen next? And you're right, Michael. Sorry that I'm so sorry. And it's comments like this that irritate me the most, because how dare they wait this long for people to just lose everything that they've worked hard for, right? They have no idea. It's hard enough to find a job, let alone it's Christmas time, let alone the stress of living on unemployment, and then the stress of unemployment ending. It is ridiculous. And I am so sorry for anyone that is just in the position, just in a not so ideal position. It's unexcusable. Jay Banga, is unemployment retro? They're not talking about retro in this bill. Are we getting the stimulus check this month? Stimulus check is not included in this bill that we've been talking about. And I know Bernie and Josh are fighting for a stimulus check. And so, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Can they? It would be ideal if they passed this bill and a stimulus check, because again, people need money now. Stimulus check will be the quickest way to get people paid now. Well, not now, but like in a week or so. I think they can pay millions of people in a matter of a week, which is pretty amazing. But it's like, well, then do it, right? Is anything going on with the unemployment in New York? And Blaze, hey, New York. Looks like New York's paying 20 weeks of extended benefits. I don't know if that's new news for you. Not sure of what plan you're on, but or what program you're on. So, yeah, what we've been talking about. Last night, they split the $908 billion package into two. So one is $748 billion, the other one's like 160. And it's the $748 billion package that we want to keep an eye on, because that's the one that contains the unemployment information. And that is that PUA and PEUC would be extended for 4 months starting the beginning of January. And on top of that, you would receive $300 weekly boost. And that is, that goes for every single state. So we're waiting for them to put it on the floor and actually vote on it, which better happen in the next day or two, or definitely by this week. Yeah, cotton. Totally. Everyone on unemployment is way more likely to spend the money than on stimulus check. Totally. Lands. I'm in California, but 3 weeks ago, I automatically extended 7 weeks, which I'm now getting. Awesome. Hey, 7 weeks is 7 weeks, right? Especially in California, because it's so expensive there. My PUA has been in progress for the payments the last 4 weeks. I'm in PA. Any ideas? Joe, the first thing I could think of is maybe they need some identity information. Definitely log into your PUA dashboard and see if you have any messages. So that would be the first thing. If not, I honestly, contacting PUA in the state of Pennsylvania is impossible, just like it probably is in every other state. I've been trying to contact them for a couple weeks because I'm not getting paid PUA anymore. I have no idea why. Well, actually, I do know why, but I just can't get it fixed. In progress. Have you received any payments in PUA. I'm guessing maybe not. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe definitely log in and see if there's anything on your dashboard that maybe you need to upload, whether it's like a 1099 or whatever you got paid, maybe some showing some sort of not only identity, but how much money you made last year or whatever they need. Hi, Val. I'm in New Jersey and unemployment ran out in November. What's next? Okay, so depending on what program you're in, I'm assuming maybe you ran out of extended benefits. And if that's the case, unfortunately, we're all going to have to be patiently waiting, which easier said than done. And I think we've been waiting patiently enough. So unfortunately, right now, we just have to sit and wait, see what happens. Chris says, I was laid off June 10th due to COVID. I didn't get my first payment till the end of July. Do I get back pay? Is that depending? Chris, you will definitely, whenever. So if you were laid off June 10th, you were able to apply like June 11th or whatever. Yeah, you'll totally, as you will definitely get paid for the weeks that you were approved for, whether you get paid, even if you didn't get paid like a couple weeks after the fact, as long as you keep filing your claims in North Carolina, I think you said, yeah, you're totally you'll get that payment as long as you're qualified and approved. Without a doubt, they'll pay you. Lance, good question. What about the 16 or 20 weeks? Will that automatically be extended? So I'm assuming you're talking about extended benefits. I don't know what they're going to do with extended benefits. Typically, extended benefits is at more of like on the state level. It depends on the unemployment rate. So for that particular state, so each state has their specific threshold. And I wish it was a blanket, like, if the unemployment rate is over 6%, then we turn on extended benefits. But the calculation isn't that simple. So that's a good question. It would depend on the unemployment rate in that specific state and their threshold for when extended benefits gets turned on. So it's like different for every single state. So Bobby Joe, PEUC is still unfortunately ending at the end of the month. However, with this new bill that we're talking about, that hopefully they will pass, they're looking to extend that from January to April. Is it $300 for unemployment, including PUA? Yep. Tim, it will include every unemployment program that you're on. You would receive the extra $300. What about Texas? Vernon, it looks like, do you have a specific question about Texas? It's pretty much everything, unless you have something specific, but Texas is paying 13 weeks in extended benefits. And sorry, I don't know, my throat's getting dry now. But it's the same. If you're on PEUC or PUA, then the bill would, if they pass it, will definitely extend that for you. And no matter what state you're in. All right, Brandon. So yeah, the new bill talking about, well, you probably already heard me anyway, because I'm not catching up with chat. Ohio, Billy, it's the same everywhere. If they extend PUA, hopefully in this new bill, if it gets passed, it would pay from January to April. Does the regular unemployment get extended as well when they pass the bill? That's a great question. No, regular plain old unemployment will definitely be the normal amount of weeks as it normally is. These programs are federal programs, which is why we're waiting for the federal government to tell us what the heck is going on. Darnell says, I don't trust this vaccine, and they want to bribe us with it. I feel like they conjoct. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little kind of hesitant myself with taking it, without a doubt. So I totally get what you're saying. I'm glad I'm not going to be one of the first people to take it. Tim says, is PUA included in the extra $300? Yes, every program is. Jay says, will unemployment be ending Christmas Day? So it depends what program you're on, as well as what state. PUA and PEUC are definitely ending at the end of the year unless they pass a bill to extend it. However, there are some states that are paying extended benefits, which may or may not apply to you, depending on the state that you're in. Lisa says, actually, I should make a disclaimer. If you run out of any program and this bill doesn't pass, and you have no other resource, like, you're at the end of the road for unemployment, my advice, take it or leave it, is, because unemployment's calculations is so wonky, like, especially in our situation, it was just really weird. Anyway, it didn't make sense to me, but whatever. You can always apply for regular unemployment, even if you don't think you qualify. Because you don't know, right? Like, obviously, if you're self-employed, you probably won't be able to apply for regular unemployment. However, if you've received a W-2 in the past, year and a half, you never know. Okay, sorry, Lisa. I'm from Connecticut. Do we need to reapply if we exhausted our benefits? So, yeah, like, if you're totally out of benefits, definitely reapply for regular unemployment. Jay says, will unemployment get $600 their last week of pay? No, they should get however much pay that they were getting. Oh my gosh, this chat makes it so crazy. Again, just when I thought I was caught up, that's why I was kind of taking my time. Oh boy. All right, so I'm going to speed through here. So Tara, that makes sense. If you're on PEUC for 13 and then you get another 20 weeks of extended benefits, that makes sense in Illinois. Oh, okay. So Raymond, what if I haven't exhausted benefits, only half? So yeah, hopefully with this new bill, it will extend whatever program that you're on, and then therefore you'll be able to collect what you've already been collecting. Minnesota. Minnesota does have 13 weeks of extended benefits. Lizzie, yes, 16 weeks for both PUA and PEUC with a $300 extra. Oh, Kelly says, empty your bank account before applying for food stamps and EBT. Thank you for that advice, Kelly. So yeah, definitely if you do apply for food stamps, or definitely read the qualifications, right? Just like Kelly is reminding us to do. Yeah, they act like it's our fault. Totally. Sorry, I'll go on for another couple minutes. I want to try to finish these questions real quick. Nevada's really slow. You're still waiting for LWA payments. Isn't that ridiculous? Don't assume anything. Yeah, you're right, Kenny. I shouldn't assume. Oh my gosh. Is Arizona extending PUA? So it's not just with Arizona. It's actually all 50 states. If they pass a bill that they're currently talking about right now, That's what we're currently waiting on. So as of now, PUA and PEUC are not extended. However, hopefully they will pass a bill this week that will extend both of them. Both of them. How long does it take, Amanda's asking, to get unemployment in Georgia? It depends on the backlog. Sometimes, it could take like just a week, right? But it depends on how busy they are. So it's kind of tough, obviously, with everything going on. So hopefully you'll know and get a letter in the next week or two. So yeah, it's unemployment is not retroactive. EA, no, if they pass a bill, will we get the $300 in unemployment before Christmas? No, the extra $300 won't apply until the beginning of January. Corey wants to know about Minnesota. Minnesota has 13 weeks extended benefits, which you could qualify for after exhausting PEUC or if PEUC expires. Oh, John, you're welcome. I appreciate it. Yeah, Kenny, sorry, I'm losing context of your statement. If you're talking about me assuming, I'm only assuming just from what Congress is talking about, like what they're fiercely talking about, like the focus. So obviously, what do I know? Nothing. I want another stimulus check. I mean, I want it for everyone. I don't know if you were in earlier, but it's the people that, there are people out there that need the stimulus check more than, why, never mind, I shouldn't even say that. I was going to say, not that unemployed people don't deserve it if they get this bill passed, but everyone deserves it. But there are people that unfortunately don't qualify for unemployment that should get a stimulus check. Unfortunately, they're just taking what they can. And sorry, I just rambled. Okay. Charles, you just exhausted your regular unemployment? Charles, what state are you in? I might be able to answer you, but yeah, I don't know why. You know what? Someone else said something similar. Like you just applied for regular unemployment, or I'm sorry, you're exhausted regular unemployment. Now you're going on to the next. Oh, you're going on to the next program, which would be PEUC, but unfortunately, they're telling you to wait. Now I'm not sure unless they're waiting for a bill to pass. Oh, Eric, it'll ruin your unemployment if you apply to SNAP. Okay. Yeah, definitely check out. I'm only saying that because that's what Pennsylvania is telling people. So yeah, definitely check out the criteria and all that stuff. Because it's obviously going to be different in every state. Does Washington State have an extension? I think they do. Yes, 13 weeks extended benefits. Yeah, Kelly, I tried a couple times for the PUA chat line. I tried a couple times to ask a PUA question on regular unemployment chat, and they told me a couple times that they don't take PUA questions, which was annoying. Norman, me too. I hope that Bernie does pass the standalone bill for the stimulus. That would be amazing. Maria, it depends what you were running out of, which I'm assuming is all of unemployment. Like I said earlier, if apply for regular, like if you've totally exhausted your benefits, all programs, you can always try for regular unemployment all over again. They may not do it. They might deny you. You might have to wait until your new claim or your existing claim has expired, because every unemployment claim has an expiration date. So you might have to wait till that's expired, but it won't hurt, right? Lizzie, they're looking to extend unemployment until the end of April, but they haven't passed a bill yet. Yeah. Janine, right? They work 100 days a year, and they're millionaires, and they can't even, and they're fighting on money for the American people. Timothy, my PUA max, I did a check this week. Timothy, I'm not sure about that. I don't see why. If you've exhausted it, I don't know. I can't imagine that you would keep getting paid for it. Amy, Minnesota. It looks like Minnesota is they're paying 13 weeks extended benefits, but like everything I've been saying about PEUC and PUA is the same in every state. Oh yeah, I'm already off extended benefits. Yeah, that already expired for us. Kelly, if you're talking to me, if you're talking to someone else. Didn't mean to interrupt your conversation. Edgar says, I have 0 benefits on my PUA and I'm not qualified for Fed Ed. What am I going to do? Yeah, I know. It's situations like this that really irritate me of why they can't come to a decision. Oh, Oklahoma ended their extended benefits. So did a couple other states that I wrote down somewhere. But yeah, no, thank you for letting me know. I need to write that down, actually. Okay. Couple more, and then we will be done. But I do go live Monday through Friday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, definitely good thing, Christine. Definitely good advice. Definitely check your email for messages as far as PUA is concerned, as well as when I first applied, they had approved me right away. They needed my kids' information. Then the next day, funds were released. Yeah, and also check your email. And not sure if any other states have this, but for the state of Pennsylvania, they have a completely different system to log into, and you could receive messages by logging into your dashboard too. Shane, yeah. So even people that make $100 a week, I haven't heard any, obviously we won't know until we see the language of the bill, but supposedly everyone should be receiving that extra boost. And New York would also receive 20 weeks of unemployment or extended benefits. And that was for Manolisi. Sorry, Jesus. Can you get extended unemployment if your job shut down for good? Yeah, if you're qualified for it and you were already on the previous programs, most definitely. Massachusetts, yeah, I think they extended their benefits. Yeah, they're 20 weeks. E.g., you apply for PUA in California and certify for 2 weeks, and it still says disqualified. Yeah, I would definitely reach out and ask them why. Amy, Biden did want to pay retroactive. Obviously, once the new year comes, who knows if he'd be able to do that, a couple months after the fact. But I know that him and the Democrats were looking to get unemployment retroed. Blaze says, when they extend our unemployment by state, whether that's 13 or 20, well, I have to reapply for unemployment. So for extended benefits, do you have to apply? It depends on the state. Pennsylvania, you don't have to apply for extended benefits. However, hopefully the states will do their justice and notify you that you even have the option to apply if that's what you have to do. Or hopefully you'll just get a letter saying, hey, by the way, you're apply for this. They'll let you know how many weeks you can qualify for, and you are hopefully good to go. Gemini, what about the $500 bonus for December? I heard this on YouTube with Andrew. That might be for, I think Vermont is giving like $600 for people that are on unemployment. I think, because I think I saw that video too. Because again, I'm like, wait, what's going on with this $500? Because I don't want to give you guys wrong information. So if it was from today, I think that's what it was. It was like $500 or $600 for the state of Vermont. Your regular benefits extended next week, Yolanda. So your next thing, you would get rolled. Well, I shouldn't say automatically rolled onto Pennsylvania. You would be, but your next step would be PEUC program if you just exhausted your regular benefits, and you should get notification in the mail whether you qualify for that or not. Yeah, Tina, I would definitely contact support. That's weird that you were awarded 7 more weeks and then you have a 0 balance claim. PEUC in Virginia should be the same. They pay up to 13 weeks. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Yeah, definitely Shelley's Millions for California. If you live in California, she can give specific information regarding Pennsylvania. How many for Massachusetts extended benefits? 20 weeks. And I should totally do a video. Maybe I will tomorrow with all this stuff. Yeah, as of now, Biden did want to give retro. However, as of now, we don't know what's going to happen. My grandmother's on disability. Will she get the $1,200? And if so, Maryland, I'm assuming you're talking about the stimulus check. From what they're talking about, it would be the same criteria as it was back in whenever we got it before May or whatever. Rosaline, if you work part-time, could you qualify for unemployment? You could, depending on the state that you're in. There should be a calculator, and you can calculate how much money that you could receive. Actually, you probably Google it too, like an unemployment calculator. And you could receive full benefits, even if you're working part-time, or maybe even partial benefits. But it all depends on how much how much you make and for unemployment, as well as how much you make in your job. Charles, what about Georgia? I just got here late. Yeah, I was just reading out for extended benefits. So extended benefits in Georgia is 13 weeks. Phil says, can I get PEUC after PUA runs out? No, it's actually the opposite. Can I get PEUC? No, it's not the opposite. You could qualify for PUA after PEUC runs out. So if you're currently on, which I'm assuming you're on PUA. So unfortunately, once PUA runs out, there's no other options. In Massachusetts, you have to apply for extended benefits. Good to know. That is good to know. I mean, hopefully they notify you that you have the option to apply. What about Georgia? Georgia, 13 weeks of extended benefits, and hopefully, all right, guys. So I think I hit them all. If you're set up so if you're, no matter what program you're on, in the beginning of the year, if they pass this bill, you would receive the extra $300. Okay, so Crystal, you're on regular unemployment, then you should get notification that you could qualify for PEUC. That would be next. New York, real quick. And then I will end this because I'm going way too long. 20 weeks. Wait, did you ask New York, right? 20 weeks. All right, guys. So that is it. Sorry if I didn't get to your question. I do go live Monday through Friday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I do post a morning update video just to let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, maybe in the morning I'll do a video about all the states that have extended benefits because I think that would be beneficial. So with that said, thank you all very much for being here tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow night.